I'm so excited to talk to you about this Instagram post.
Which one?
Because I'm getting all the notifications now because we collabed on it and everyone is fighting over your right to choose to abort your baby.
Oh, the abortion.
Yes.
The abortion
Yes.
clip that I put on
And
Instagram.
I'm obsessed because 99% of the women are in there fighting the men who are saying that you are a murderer and all these crazy things. And the women are going to bat for you, and it makes my heart really happy.
I'm Sara Jane Ho, and this is Mind Your Manners, where no topic is off limits as we uncover the secrets to feeling at ease in every situation. Do you want to hear my dad's reaction?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so my
I
dad
love
said,
your dad's reactions always.
Daddy Bear, he said, ha ha ha, I just watched your episode and I didn't have a heart attack.
Hilarious.
My principle is simply that if telling your experience will benefit someone, then it's worthwhile. FYI, like my dad sounds super English because he studied in the UK, so like I'm putting on a stronger English accent to read this. In your case, I think many people will benefit from your story. People will naturally judge, of course, but remember the principle of Tai Chi. Half will approve and half will disapprove, and that's okay. How's your husband reacting to all this?
Good question, actually. I haven't even asked that. Wow. Okay, twofold. I love that response. Amazing. And so true. And I actually really I'm going to keep that Tai Chi principle in my back pocket. Half will approve and half will not. And that's
it's
okay.
just like, you know, the yin yang symbol as well. So
I love that.
Yeah.
But how is your husband? Did he watch the video?
No. So
Okay.
the great thing or the funny thing about having a husband who doesn't speak English
I gotta forget that.
is that
That's right.
he cannot access like this whole other
Hilarious.
and and
funny.
I do have little red book or red note,
Yeah.
小红书, where I put all the clips on. We haven't put this one on 小红书 yet. And because actually on Chinese social media, there's a lot of censorship.
Oh yeah.
So my team they'll be like, oh, we can't put that up. That's going to be censored. Like it says this or it says that. It's not going to be censored. So we haven't put it up. And I actually didn't tell. Okay, so of course my husband he knew this from day one because like as soon as we started dating and as soon as he professed that he was serious and wanted to start a family with me, the first thing I told him was
that this had happened.
That this had happened, and so that he knows. Does he know I announced it to the English speaking world? No.
No. I love that. But also, he'd probably be like, okay, amazing. Good for you, babe.
Well, I'm not
You
sure
think?
he'd say exactly that.
You're like, well, no.
Yeah. He'd probably be a little concerned. But the great thing about my husband is he never tries to control me.
Right.
And
he's concerned because he's concerned for you.
Yeah.
And your safety and all those things.
And as long as I'm 100% okay with it, and then I let him see that the problem is in his own mind.
Yeah.
And then he comes around, he's like, okay.
I love that though. I love that. That's your dad's like, how's he doing? Wait, so what'd you say to him? You're like, he doesn't.
I do what I usually do to my dad when he asks me questions I don't want to answer is I just don't respond.
That's hilarious. You're like, thanks, Dad. Love you. Bye.
I don't even respond.
Don't address it. Oh my God. That's funny. That's funny. Wait, you also, this is a quick aside, but you have to tell me about the post you posted the other day about your dad being like, what was it? It was so funny.
Oh, yeah.
Watch this on psychedelics or something like that.
So, no, I listened to a Lex Friedman podcast episode on psychedelics. He interviewed this brilliant guy, I'm forgetting his name now, Sam something, and they talk about psychedelics and they talk about it almost from like a godly and Greek and Homer and just like a completely in a way that blows your mind. So I sent it to my dad. I was like, Dad, listen to this episode on psychedelics. And my dad wrote back.
It was so funny. I was like, we have to talk about this.
Let's see what my dad said. Okay, after I watched the China military parade, and he put in like an arm.
Hilarious. I love your dad. I want to meet your dad.
He's the cutest.
I love him.
He is the cutest.
I was very moved by so many of the responses on the abortion video. I wanted to fight the other half of the, in my personal opinion, idiot men making stupid comments, but I just wanted to fight them for you and for society because get out of here. But also, whatever, you're entitled to your opinion, I guess. It's
Yeah.
hard for me to be mellow about that, but I just know how many lives you positively affected by speaking your truth, and I'm just so proud of you.
Thank you. So the reason I told my husband about my abortion as soon as he said he wanted to start a family with me is because it's because of the abortion that I cannot carry my own children.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I didn't find that out until a few years after the abortion itself.
Wow.
I can't have my own children. I can't carry my own children because I had uterine scarring.
Did you know that after they did the abortion, or you just...
No, well, I was supposed to go back for a checkup, 30 days and then a certain number of days.
Whoa.
But I was going through so much. I was trying to escape my abusive relationship.
Of course.
And then I didn't want him to know where I lived. So I moved to Shanghai and opened up a second branch of our school, of my etiquette school.
Yeah.
And then I threw myself into my work. And I also have this mentality where I just, at that time in my 20s, I wasn't taking care of my body. When you think you're invincible,
Always.
especially as a
Always.
Sagittarius, you think like, oh
Literally.
yeah, you know, whatever,
It's
I'll
fine,
be
it's fine.
I'll push through.
I'm dating one. I'm aware. I'm like, come on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. Well, and you put yourself in your work to avoid.
Yeah. And so I guess, then looking back on it, I was like, oh, and I obviously like went to doctors and like did the research. An incomplete abortion is when tissue or other products of conception remain in your uterus. And that's when you need
Whoa.
a D&C, which is to remove the remaining tissue.
Sure.
And this risk is more likely when a person takes medications for an abortion. So I didn't do a D&C, right, which is where they go in and they scrape it and it's surgical.
Yeah.
I had a medical abortion in the sense that they gave me medication.
Right.
But I should
So
have
some
gone.
was left. Oh, wow.
I
that's
should have gone for my
interesting.
checkups, but I didn't. And so when my gynecologist, he then sort of went in to figure out what was going on.
Yeah.
He actually, when I woke up from that, he said, I don't have very good news. I'm afraid your uterine lining is obliterated because it's all scar tissue, which means that an embryo cannot implant.
Holy cow.
Because it's scar tissue.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
It's too hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And so and he said, but the good news is you have follicles.
So you
You have a lot of follicles.
Okay.
So other people can carry your
Sure,
baby.
you can freeze.
But you can't carry your own baby.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How did that feel when you heard that?
I mean, it was a shock, sad.
Yeah.
As a woman, procreating is kind of like that's part of you feel a purpose, right? To create and I never felt the urge to be a mother for the sake of being a mother. I felt the urge to have children because to me it's a byproduct of being with somebody you love.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
And so when my husband, expressed that he wanted to marry me and he wanted to start a family with me, I had to let him know this.
Sure. Yeah.
And and my husband's reaction was he zero hesitation. Then you're going to marry the right guy. Let's do surrogacy, baby.
Hilarious. And you're like, you're my person. That's awesome. That's awesome. Because a lot of men wouldn't have that response, I don't think. I think a lot of guys would be really scared by that and very like,
Yeah.
well, So I love that. What a beautiful response. Also, like how scary for you, because then of course you're already still thinking about this abortion that you had to do, and then you're like, wow, and great, now because I did that I can't actually have my own. Like, what? That's so sad and what a bummer. So how beautiful of him to be like, we're good,
Yeah,
boo.
yeah.
We still can do this. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. And the good thing about having follicles, I have PCOS, polycystic
Me too,
ovarian syndrome. A lot of women do. I think 10 to 15% of women do.
Ton, yeah.
And for IVF and surrogacy, that's good because you have so many follicles.
Oh,
You have more follicles than the average
great.
person.
I didn't know that.
And so for me, like I had like dozens and dozens of, follicles, and I did we froze embryos a year ago. And it was a very smooth process for me because I had follicles. I have a lot of girlfriends who don't have eggs.
It's so crazy.
Like they can carry themselves, but they literally have one egg. Wow. Right. And it's not like you can't reverse that.
Right,
Like
no.
you're born with a finite number of eggs. I think it's in the hundreds of thousands or millions.
Sure,
Don't
yeah,
quote
I
me
don't
on
even
it.
know.
And then they literally drop off like a cliff, and then there are certain ages you hit, like 27 or 30 or blah, 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 and you're down to like a very low ovarian reserve.
It's so nuts because I feel like living in LA, especially the age is getting like older and older for when people are having kids. And I think about myself. Well, I'm 31. I'm like, give me 10 years. I still don't want kids for truly 10 years. And I'm like, oh God, but I might have to do probably, freeze my eggs like that. It's just so interesting. And I don't know anything about any of that. But 10, 15 years ago, like our parents, we're having kids mid-late 20s.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
Yeah, and now it's like late 30s, 40s. You hear about...
Seriously. Kourtney Kardashian carried her kid at 43?
In her
44?
40s.
Yeah.
In Hong Kong, a 58-year-old woman just gave birth, and she's the wife of a celebrity in Hong Kong.
Slay,
she just
girl.
personally gave birth to a
That's
baby
my dream.
last week.
I love that. That's amazing. I think that's awesome.
It is very risky. A late pregnancy is very dangerous.
Yeah.
A lot of women and even celebrities that you hear about, like, oh, she gave birth at 45.
Yeah.
Or a lot of the times they don't use their own eggs.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, a celebrity gynecologist told me this. A lot of the times they'll carry the baby on their own,
Sure.
but they will shop for an egg donor who looks like them, who's blonde hair, blue-eyed, blah, blah, blah. And then they match that egg with their husband's sperm, create an embryo, and then transfer it, and they carry it themselves.
Whoa.
Because it's just a fact that women, once they hit a certain age, usually late 30s or 40s, they're just not going to have any eggs.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do you guys now with your new stepmommyship, has it made you feel like you sooner now than later want your own kids?
Yeah. Yeah. My stepson really kicked in a maternal instinct in me. And so at some point we will start a family.
Yeah.
And then we'll see.
That's crazy. I can't wait for us to talk about that too, because I feel like, finding a surrogate, that's a whole nother journey.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Which actually is very common, especially in certain circles in mainland China. In fact, a lot of my friend group in mainland China, if you don't do surrogacy, people are very concerned. They literally, if they hear about someone, it was different 10 years ago because surrogacy wasn't that much of a thing, but now it very much is a thing.
Yeah.
And my friends in China will literally be like, her husband must not have that much money. Or they'll be like,
no way.
Or they'll be like, she gave birth to her own kid.
Good for her.
Must mean her husband doesn't love her that much if he wants her to put her body through that.
I love that mentality. That's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
That is funny.
It's
Wow.
really funny.
Huh.
In some ways, like
Interesting.
mainland
Like,
China has
I
just
love that.
leapfrogged ahead of Hong Kong, ahead of Taiwan in terms of like forward thinking.
Her husband doesn't love her that much.
It's like-
That's so funny.
And they're like, yeah, if your husband loves you, he would not let you put your body through that.
it's a lot. Oh my gosh, that's funny.
It's a
Interesting.
riot. So in mainland China, amongst the elite in mainland China, doing surrogacy is the norm. It's
Wow.
odd to give birth to your own baby.
I really do feel like China is so far ahead. Truly. Because look at some of the elite in LA. That's what they all do.
Yeah.
But you guys, that's so
Right,
interesting.
they all do. Yeah, they're all.
They're
doing
already doing it.
surrogacy.
Huh. Wow.
LA, I think, like the U.S. is still,
For sure.
yeah, they're like
Getting
at the
there.
forefront.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah.
think? You think above? I don't know. That's
Oh, that's
interesting.
interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Huh.
In some ways, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's interesting to think about, though. You guys are like, yeah, we've been doing it for years.
Oh, but we don't do it in China because surrogacy is illegal in China. So
What?
everybody comes to California. And that's why the price of a surrogate in California
Whoa.
is like double the price of a surrogate anywhere else.
Whoa.
You're paying like
It's illegal. Why is it illegal?
okay, this is very Chinese. Surrogacy in China is illegal, but there's a thriving black market. The typical Chinese way is nothing is easy, but everything is possible.
I love that. That's crazy.
And so they literally have surrogacy farms. That sounds kind of scary. That sounds like what was the name of that novel? Okay, it's blanking on me. But
a surrogacy farm.
but in parts of China, like in Guangdong province, it's almost like little communities
Wow.
where women, usually like peasant, usually people from like the, I don't know, third or fourth tier cities, or like who from the farmland or whatever, right? Because you do surrogacy because you need money.
Sure.
They're all kind of co-living,
Yeah.
and they're being surrogates together.
Wow.
But it's like
It's kinda cool.
It's a very black market,
Whoa.
and if you are the mother, you can never meet them because you have to protect yourself because who knows who may blackmail who and da. But I have plenty of friends in China who've done
that.
surrogacy on the black market, but it's very dicey.
Wow.
And I would never do such a thing
I'm learning
because
so much today. That's
Yeah.
nuts. Yeah, you
Yeah.
do it here.
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Okay, China. So maybe not ahead in all ways. I'm like, that's nuts.
So I got a follower question on the topic of PCOS.
Great.
She has a lot of women experience polycystic ovarian syndrome, and I am one of them. Can you provide a TCM remedy for PCOS? In TCM, PCOS is not seen as a single disease. It's rather about, again, like disharmony, things being out of balance. And treatment really just, because when you have PCOS, you're usually very irregular. In TCM, it's about regulating your menstrual flow, resolving phlegm damp, and tonifying your kidney T. For men and women, your reproductive health all comes from your kidneys.
That's interesting.
And there's a herb, actually there are a couple herbs. Two of the most popular herbs are 苍浮岛滩丸. And there's another one called 桂枝茯苓丸. So these are the two herbs that are most popular for PCOS, but they really should be customized by your TCM doctor. Don't just go on Amazon and take them any old way, because we want to see your constitution. We want to see your body type, like hot or cold, if you have phlegm damp, how much you have, etc. However, what you can do if you have PCOS is start eating the right foods, right? Because in TCM, food is medicine. So barley is really good. In fact, we have a great Chinese drink called yi mi shui, which is warm barley water. So it's water that's soaked with barley, really good for you. Mung beans, bitter melon, 苦瓜, those are all really good for phlegm damp. Black sesame, walnuts, goji berries, Chinese yam, those are great for your kidney deficiency. And then for blood, you can do hawthorn berry and red dates.
Wow.
So for PCOS, those are all the foods that are good for you.
Interesting.
Another-
I bet your tea with the red dates and the
the
goji.
ginger. You know what's funny? This morning, I had a man ask me, he messaged me saying, I've been taking, since listening to your podcast, I've been taking ginger, red dates, and goji berry tea every day.
Amazing.
and I was like, okay, that's great. I was like, but just check with a TCM doctor if you should be having that much of it, because it was originally made for women.
For women, that's funny. You're like, hey, King, awesome. But I love it. I've been doing it every day too.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Great. It's so good for you.
I love it.
So good for you. Okay, another follow-up question. Can you share TCM advice for couples trying to conceive? Both for man and woman would be greatly appreciated. Okay, so if you're trying to conceive, whether you're a man or a woman, it's all about your kidney health, because that governs reproduction. For women, your number one thing is to keep your womb warm. What does that mean? Drink hot water. Don't wear clothes that expose your belly or even your lower back. Keep a hot water bottle, especially like when your flow comes. That's all Chinese girls do that, by the way. All Chinese girls, when their period comes, will be holding a hot water bottle to their lower abdomen to relieve PMS symptoms and to help with the blood flow.
Oh, wow. I used to have one of those, just in a little knit thing, and I would just...
Exactly, in a knit thing.
Yeah.
And even if they're at the office, like everybody just has it on there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to start doing that again.
It's also important to eat foods that are good for your blood and your tea. So that's eating beetroots, black sesame, bone broth, eggs, red dates, goji berries. Also great for women's fertility if you're trying to conceive is acupuncture, qigong, and moxibustion. And all you do is you just tell your acupuncturist, like, I'm trying to conceive, and he'll know exactly where to put the needles that will help bring oxygen and circulation, that will help bring circulation to your uterus.
Amazing.
For men, you want to improve your sperm quality. And so that means eating foods rich in zinc. And so that's walnuts, black beans, sea cucumber. Sea cucumber is great for men's sperm.
Interesting.
They're like these little slugs, like kind of like big slugs the size of maybe your forearm that just slug around the bottom of the ocean.
Whoa.
Delicious.
Really?
Yeah, you slice them up, dice them up, put in a little bit of soy sauce. It's really good.
Yum. Okay, I'd eat it.
And also for men, you want to avoid heat and dampness, especially in the groin area. So how do you do that? Well, don't smoke, don't drink alcohol, don't wear tighty whities. Need to let those balls breathe. And no hot baths. In fact, when me and my husband were preparing to freeze embryos, his sperm motility was really low. And I was like, what is going on here? And turns out, and he didn't tell me this, every day after work, he was going to a steam, like in
the gym, a steam room, sauna?
not even a steam room. It was like a spa.
Yeah.
Every day after work, he was going to a spa and he was submersing himself in like hot spa water for at least half an hour every day.
Oh, wow.
Which also kills your sperm motility.
Whoa.
Luckily for men, 3 months is like a cycle of like creating new sperm. So I stopped that for 3 months and then everything was fine.
That's funny.
But when you do all those things, it creates damp heat in your lower jiao, which is your lower body, and that affects sperm.
Wow. Mm-hmm. I love TCM. This is crazy.
Yeah, it's fun.
Fascinating. I have a TCM question.
Yeah.
So I've been doing hot water more because of you, of course, but I get really bad acid reflux.
When are you drinking it? After food?
No, actually. I've been doing it morning and night. I really try because I'm like, that's a good way for me to like start incorporating it.
Yeah.
I still get bad. I don't know why. I've always gotten bad acid reflux.
Make sure it's like the first thing you drink when you wake up.
Okay.
Because if you have food there, maybe it makes acid reflux
doing
worse.
something in my stomach. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe even at night is not good if I've...
Yeah,
maybe just
unless
morning.
it's been at least a couple hours for you to digest.
Okay.
It's more important in the morning.
Okay. I'll start just doing morning.
Yeah, try.
It's like I
give
have to
that a
ask
try.
my TCM doctor, Sara Jane Ho.
FYI, I'm not a licensed TCM doctor. I just grew up with it.
It's fascinating, though.
Disclaimer.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. As a couple, how can we determine the sex of our baby, or what can we do to have a higher chance of having a girl or a boy?
Huh.
Did you know that hundreds of years ago in the Qing Dynasty Imperial Court, they actually had a prediction chart?
No.
A gender prediction chart, and they called it the Qing Gong Tu, which is the Qing Palace chart. It was mostly all important to have a boy back then.
Sure. Rude.
And so this chart, it cross-references the mother's age at conception. And remember, the Chinese age is different from the Western age. The Chinese age usually you add 1 year. It could be 2 years, depending on the lunar calendar. So for example, in the Western calendar, I'm 39 right now. But in Chinese age, I'm 40.
Whoa.
Because we count actually from conception.
The year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So when you were born, you're
one.
one, basically.
Fascinating.
So this Qing Palace chart cross-references the mother's age with the lunar month of conception. I mean, I'm not sure that there's actually been evidence that it works
Right,
in either way, but you know, it's one thing they tried, and a lot of people used it. I'd say from a TCM perspective, there's more of a yin and yang theory, because yang is the hot, the masculine, the sun, the strong.
Sure.
Yin is the soft, the moon, the female, right? The dark. And so a boy is associated with yang energy and a girl is associated with yin energy. So if you eat certain foods, like they say, all Chinese people are like, yeah, if you want a son, eat more beef, right? Because beef is considered red meat.
More
Red
masculine.
meat is yang.
Huh.
Garlic, ginger, red meat, those are considered yang. If you want a girl, they say you should eat yin foods, which is tofu, dairy, fish, and veggies.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Someone try this at home and let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Fascinating. I believe that, though.
Next question. Do you have any advice for pregnant women? So in China, also similar in the West, I believe, pregnancy is considered the sacred journey that's supposed to be protected. So you're supposed to not do a lot of things, actually. But some of the things you are meant to do is nourish your kidney Jing essence, because Jing is your life essence, and that's essential for fetal development. So what's good for kidney Jing? Well, black sesame, walnuts. So black sesame is the same thing that's good for, like prevents gray hairs, remember?
Oh, that's right.
Right? Because gray hairs come from a weak kidney, as we say in TCM. So you eat black sesame, eat walnuts, goji berries, and bone broth. You should also avoid overwork and stress.
Yeah.
And then you want to stay warm. So you want to avoid cold and damp environments, right? So you always want to have You always want to have socks on your feet. You want to make sure you bring an extra coat, maybe a little hat. You want to stay warm. And there are also some great TCM herbs for pregnancy, like dang gui, which is really good for nourishing your blood, huang qi for qi support, and my favorite, which is chen pi. It's like orange peel, dried orange peel, and it's really good to help with your digestion. And so we put that in a tea.
Oh, I was like, I want that.
Yeah, you can add that to your goji berry red date stuff. You just add in a chen pi, CHENPI.
Okay.
My husband loves chen pi. And a good chen pi collector's items chen pi can go for very expensive, but you can also find just like normal supermarket ones as well on Amazon.
Interesting.
Because when you're pregnant, you have issues with digestion, right? So chen pi is good for that. And when you're pregnant, you're going to have way more discharge and bodily odor. So, of course, I can't help but do a shameless plug for my feminine care brand, Antivorta, especially our hydrating intimate wash, because
my favorite.
That'll really help with the odor and the discharge down there. We also have great sprays that help with odor, and everything is clean, vegan, natural, all formulated with TCM herbs.
It's truly the greatest. The greatest.
I've been flying over to Philadelphia like every couple weeks because we're selling it on QVC.
I love it.
And we sell out every time. It's
awesome.
It's really amazing. The QVC customer is they're mostly a menopausal 55-year-old woman.
Perfect.
So vaginal dryness and vaginal odor are real issues. And pregnant women as well, they look to our stuff because once you become pregnant, you're so careful about what you put in your body.
For sure.
With chemicals and ingredients.
Yeah, and fake fragrance. But I mean, even like, I'm not menopausal, I'm 31, and it's phenomenal. I love it. Like, you can use it at any age. Yeah. It's awesome. I really like the spray and the wash.
And it leaves you very moisturized without feeling stripped.
Yeah, I just like it because I've always been petrified of putting anything down there because I think like my friends will use normal soaps and stuff, and I'm like, that is so scary to me.
So
scary. Yeah, and so a few years ago, I know like Target, so I forget the line, but they started carrying a wash, but it had fake fragrance, and it was specifically for down there, but it was fake fragrance, and I'm like, no.
Artificial fragrance is
yours
so
is
bad.
the only one I'll truly ever use. I love it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We're actually developing we're developing a couple other product lines.
Cool.
And one of them that will be our next drop will be a vulva moisturizer.
Ooh,
So
I
a
love
balm.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, for like post shower. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, and also really mostly for dryness because a lot of our customers were asking for that.
Nice.
And that's made with TCM herbs. It's my co-founder Annie's been working on it for the last year already.
Wow.
So fingers crossed we'll be dropping that early next year.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Because right now on QVC, we're just selling a 2-piece set, which is our wash and our wipes. That are actually two of our best-selling items. And it's, I think it's time for a vulva balm.
Yeah, that's awesome. So cool.
It's so
Annie,
fun.
who would get vagina acupuncture that I want.
Yeah.
I want to try that.
My co-founder, Addie.
I love it.
She's our chief formulation officer.
Shout out if you haven't listened to that episode. It was a really good
Oh,
episode.
yeah. That episode was, what was the name of that episode? Let's see. Ancient Fertility Secrets.
Yeah.
Ancient Fertility Secrets with Annie Ho. No relation to me. We're just friends and co-founders. So definitely check that one out. And all of our products, actually, because when you're talking about the fake fragrances and chemicals, there's a great app for our listeners out there who care about ingredients. There's a great app called Yuka, Yuka. It was originated in France. A lot of American customers use it now. A lot of American consumers use it now because what you do is you scan the barcode of a product and it tells you, it gives a score and tells you how clean it is. And 60% or above is considered good. Our products are 93% clean.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's rare.
I mean, we have customers who like they'll just pull out their Yuka and scan it and they'll be like 90%, okay, I'm sold. All right. And they'll just like,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Very
So
cool.
listeners out there, if you care about what you put on your body, clean ingredients, and Yuka was started for food, but also is now very popular for beauty. Make sure you scan because you know what? Like all these government industries and all these like beauty, consumer, even food industries, they're poisoning us. They're not protecting us. They're poisoning us.
Especially makeup. I don't know if it's still around, but there was one for makeup specifically called Think Dirty. Ooh. And I would scan that stuff and be like, that is so scary.
Yeah.
So scary. Things that would be illegal or that were illegal in other countries and not in the United States are in a lot of our beauty products.
Well, in Europe, did you see in the EU, they just banned, gel nail polish?
Yep.
Yeah. I knew that stuff was toxic. I mean, just from the smell, that's why I don't get my nails done. For my toenails, I use traditional nail polish, but it's actually, and I forgot the name of the brand. I love it though. Is
it Dazzle Dry?
It's not Dazzle Dry.
Okay. Yeah, you'll have to look.
Yeah.
It's fascinating because I actually had one of my like body workers years ago. He told me, he was like, hey, your body's telling me I want you to stop doing the Gel X and the red light or the LED like right on your fingers because it like soaks into your nail bed. So I stopped for like 2 years and then I started again. But I was like, my body's telling me that? Like it's toxic.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Crazy.
All right, guys, that's it for today. Keep your questions coming. I see them, I hear them, I will answer them. Visit my YouTube channel to watch the full episode. And if you want to support the show, please give us a rating and a review. It'll help new listeners discover us. Thank you for tuning into Mind Your Manners. This is your host and etiquette life guide, Sara Jane Ho. And remember, no matter what life throws at you, with me in your ear, you got this.